phone and throw your red dress on. Meet me out on the lawn. Come on, climb my truck. I've saved a couple bucks, yeah. Tonight we'll be lucky, you know. So let's roll all night. We gonna roll until the morning light. I see that look in your eye now, baby girl, don't lie. Don't you say you never done this before? Well, darling, can't you see what you done to me? And I ain't gonna hide the way I feel no more. So let's roll all night. We gonna roll until the morning light. Let's roll. Let's roll all night. We gonna roll until the morning light.
So proud of you we had, and it twilight last was blood sparks and bright stars through the perilous fight. For the right hearts we
Good evening and welcome to Ultimate Dirt TV. Tonight's the Bluegrass Xfinity Series, the My Dog Complete 131. BJ, after last week, some of these drivers might have wished the sponsor they were sponsoring last week. And this week, after coming to that finish, Jim Alt picking up last week's win as we're here tonight with 43 drivers assigned into the pit area, BJ. We're fixing to go qualify.
They're looking to have a full field here tonight. I'm excited. Can't wait to see how these guys lay it out all on the line tonight. On this paperclip shaped nearly flat track, expect to see a lot of spins, a lot of spills coming off the corners. They don't have the banking for the G-forces to hold them on the track. So excited to see just how that's going to play out. Take a look at points really quickly as we head over into qualifying. Coming into tonight, we got Jim Ott leading the way over Blake Hensley in second, Robert Malikin third, Bryce Hunter fourth, and Todd Mays is top 5 in points. First out on track, though, is going to be Alex Penn out of Burlington, Kentucky.
And he just made contact with the outside wall, so he's going to bring it back in. The next driver making his way onto the racing surface, the Bridge, South Dakota. Driver Jordan Slater. Jordan Slater in the 92, making his way on to the racing surface. Also on the track, car number 19 from Brighton, Colorado, is Jeremiah Hobbs. Scott Hare from Arizona in 04, making his way onto the racing surface, along with Alex Carr. Sean Kostritza, the 46, out there on the racing service, along with Bryce Hunter in the 9. Jim Alt, last week's winner, here tonight with us. And making his way out to the racing service, car number 43, Delman Jory.
Yeah.
Also making his way to the racing surface from White Bluff, Tennessee, Nathan Bashcroft. Jeremiah Hobbs goes to the top of the charts with a 30.97. Kostritza second, Bashcroft, Slater, and Hare. See Hobbs make contact with the outside wall there. There you see Bryce Hunter. He goes to the top of the charts with a 30.95. Also on track now, car number 12. It's Robbie Richards. Robbie Richards in car number 12. Also coming on board is car number 10, Darius Boyd. Jason Arison in the 74, making his way onto the racing surface, with Todd Mays in the 42. Got a little loosey-goosey there.
And that's exactly what I was talking about earlier with flat track. You know, it's extremely easy. We saw it last night in the trucks as well. Extremely easy for the rear end to break loose on a flat track. You don't have the high banking for the G-forces to really hold you on. Darius Boyd's going to roll in 8th quick on his first lap. Top 5 right now is going to be Bryce Hunter, Jeremiah Hobbs, Sean Kostritza, Nathan Mascroft, and Robbie Richards.
Making his way onto the racing surface out, turn number 2 down the back straightaway is Adam Lancaster. Adam Lancaster in car number 17. On the racing surface right now from Fernley, Nevada is Tony Iverson. Tony Iverson in the 72. Brian Terry on the racing surface in the 13. Along with Brad Giphart in the 44 from Jacksonville, Illinois. There's Bobby Mays there in the 2 machine, making his way onto the racing surface. Dylan Merriam right there in the 5 from Portland, Oregon. Look at Jim Ott. He goes second quick, last week's winner. Kostritza goes back up to 4th there, BJ.
A good qualifying time for both of those drivers, making our top 5. Now Bryce Hunter, Jim Ott, Jeremiah Hobbs, Sean Kostritza, and Ryan Chapman finds himself in the top 5 as well. A lot of new names this season coming in here. A lot of new drivers finding some speed, finding their way in there as Greg Carr is going to find himself 7th quick. See where Brad Gebhardt in a 44 from Jacksonville, Illinois. See where he lands here on the charts. Strong driver last season in their truck series, and he's going to roll in. Looks like 24th quick for his first lap. Adam Lancaster finds himself in that 4th spot now with a 31-second flat lap.
From Riverside, California, car number 18, it's Michael Robinson. Michael Robinson at car number 18. Now also making his way onto the racing surface. Car number 31, it's Blake Hensley. Blake Hensley in the 31 machine. There he is. Watch. Monroe, Kentucky. Different line there, BJ.
Yeah, we'll see how it works out for him here on his qualifying run. His first lap, though, he could just be looking to build up some speed, get some heat in those tires. See right there, he enters high, dives down off the corner. That almost makes the straightaway a little longer, makes it feel a little longer, allows you to get some extra speed out of it. His first lap, however, he's going to land in 19th quick. So he's going to go for a similar line his second time around, though. Stays right at the top edge of that asphalt patch down on the bottom side of the track. Second lap coming to the stripe. We'll see where he times in for his second lap. He's going to go quick time with a 30.89, and tying him almost identical is James Silvers, and getting a little kiss blown to us there from Blake Hensley.
Well, you know, the one thing is, last season, you see right now Justin Winters from Henderson, Kentucky. There is Scott Fritz, Keith Hackney on the racing surface now, along with Radburn Shutters. But last season, when we did onboard with Mikey Dill Jr., every time we did onboard with him, he qualified on the pole. But he
did.
But Hensley just got kicked off by Scott Fritz in the 0-1. So he's wasn't up there too long. Now Shutters goes quick time with a 30.71. Keith Hackney making a mistake there. There is Justin Winters on the racing surface.
And not an uncommon thing to see out of Radburn Shutters hauling a lot of speed. But what is uncommon is to see a mistake like that in qualifying out of Keith Hackney in the 69. It's very rare to see him make such a detrimental mistake and get it sideways, get up in the wall like that under qualifying. See if that affects his race long term, or if he's able to recover from it.
Watching Justin Winters right now. He goes to 20th quick. So drivers still left to qualify. Adam Newbert, Austin Trumbley, Brandon Proudfoot, Keith Hackney, Ryan O'Shell. So your top five looking like this: Shutters, Fritz, Hensley, Silvers, Hunter, and your top five. Then you got Ott, Hobbs, Robinson, Mays, and Lancaster, your top 10. Winner's second lap. Let's see if he improves. He goes to 16th quick. 38 drivers have made a time. Chuck Gentle right now in 38th. Robert Malikian in 37th. Mike Bryson in 36th. Scott Hare in 35th. 34th is Todd Mays. 33rd is Jason Harrison. And then you have 32nd Brian Terry. Jason Bridges in 31st. George Slater in 30th. Brad Gephardt in 29th. Alan Duranko in 28th. 27th is Tony Iverson. 26th is Matt Campbell. Darius Boyd in 25th. Bobby Mays in 24th. Alex Penn in 23rd. Tyler Evans in 22nd. Justin Diltz in 21st. Calman Jory in 20th. Alex Carr in 19th. Justin Ray in 18th. Robbie Richards in 17th. Justin Winters in 16th. Dylan Merriam in 15th. And Greg Carr 14th. Nathan Mashcroft is in 13th. Ryan Campbell in 12th. Sean Kostritza in 11th. So, qualifying fixing to come to the end here as we get ready for the Bydal 131, the Bydal complete. As we take a look at official results, Radbird Shutter, Scott Fritz, Blake Hensley, and James Silvers. Here's tonight's starting grid for the Bydal complete 131, and on the pole, into number 3, Cornerstone Motorsports, it's Radbird Shutters, and to his outside, it's the Terry Berry Motorsports, car number 01, Scott Fritz.
Row number 2 on the inside, Weaponized Motorsports number 31, Blake Hensley, and to his outside, Cornerstone Motorsports 33, James Silvers.
And row number 3 to the inside, the Fast Motorsports, number 9, Bryce Hunter, and to his outside, in the J3 Motorsports, car number 1, Jim Alt.
Row number 4 to the inside is going to be Empire Motorsports number 19, Jeremiah Hobbs. Lined up to his outside, Empire Motorsports number 18, Michael Robinson.
And row number 5 to the inside is B Mays Racing car number 55, Kyle Mays. And to his outside, Elite Motorsports car number 17, Adam Lancaster.
Row number 6 to the inside, World of Thunder Racing number 46, Sean Kostritza. To his outside, New England number 11, Ryan Chapman.
Row number 7 to the inside be Nathan Bashcroft. Out in car number 6 to his outside, Team Birdie Racing car number 25, Greg Carr.
Row number 8 on the inside, Weaponized Motorsports number 5, Dylan Merriam. To his outside, Elite Sim Sports number 7, Justin Winters.
Row number 9 to the inside is Robbie Richards with Team World Thunder. To his outside, Piston Broke Motorsports car number 38, Justin Ray.
Row number 10 to the inside, Team Birdie Racing number 28, Alex Carr. To his outside, Eric Kinetics number 43, Calman Jory.
All right, rolling off in row number 11, Justin Diltz from the Elevated Outdoors number 21 to his outside, Cornerstone Motorsports. Car number 77, Tyler Evans.
Row number 12 to the inside, Cornerstone Motorsports number 30, Alex Penn. To his outside, the number 2 of Bobby Mays.
Rolling off 25th tonight will be Darius Boyd. And to his outside, in car number 27, it's Matt Campbell.
Row 14 is going to be Tony Iverson, 72. To his outside, Alan Duranko in the 4.
Row number 15 be Brad Gephardt in the 44. Jordan Slater to his outside.
Row 16 is going to be Jason Bridges to the inside, Brian Terry to the outside.
Rolling off 33rd be Jason Harrison, and to his outside, Todd Mays.
Row number 18 is going to be Scott Hara and Mike Bryson.
Rolling off, and 37th tonight, it'd be Robert Malikian in the Elevated Esports car number 22 to his outside, Chuck Ginnell.
Row number 20 on the inside is going to be Brian Oshel. To his outside, Keith Hackney.
Brandon Broadfoot rolled off 41st tonight in car number 24. Austin Trumbley to his outside to 47. And Adam Newbert rounding out your field. Lights do go out. We got a lot of racing, 131 laps. The distance.
Yes. Bydal complete 131. Stage break tonight being on lap number 50.
All right, lap number 50 as the drivers are racked and stacked. We're fixing to let them loose out of turn number 4. Let me tell you, last night, one lucky guy, BJ, won a 5-foot tater tot trophy.
I'm a little jealous. I wouldn't mind having a 5-foot tall tater tot.
Well, someone tonight's going to win a 5-foot My Dog Complete Peel trophy. So, either or, someone's getting a 5-foot trophy. A pace car pulling in, waiting for Barney to racing flag the way to green flag. He does, and we're racing here at New Hampshire. As they go into turn number 1, look at Blake Hensley right there. We're going to caution right off the bat.
This is 2 nights in a row that we had caution before drivers made it to the start-finish line. Issues coming to the green out of turn number 4. We'll take a look at it right here. Looks like it was just a bit of a stack up right there, right in the restart zone, and just piled from there and went on back. The 21, Justin Diltz involved. The 30, that's going to be Alex Penn, several other drivers. Darius Boyd involved. The 14 of Adam Newbert, several drivers involved with heavy damages to their car right off the bat before we even made it to the start-finish line.
Taking another look at it. You see the 5 right there in the 12. The 12 had to check up. Robert Richards missed the 5. And that just stacked them up all behind them. Darius Boyd right there involved. As we're back to live pictures here. A lot of people coming down pit road. Todd Bays, Jason Harrison, Brian Terry, Brandon Broadfoot, Robert Malikian, Justin Diltz, all down pit road. Bradburn Sanders is listed as your race leader in car number 3.
Sounds as though they're going to allow drivers to come down pit road, get some repairs, and get them all back on the lead lap, if I'm understanding correctly what they're doing here, which is it seems kind of fair to me. You know, there's a bit of a checkup on the start, several drivers involved in the real life. A lot of drivers would have the opportunity to go and get their backup car and back out.
So what did the truck drivers do from last night? They got protests next week.
Ooh.
Well, all fairness, it was like 2 cars involved, I guess. But
This is true.
But hey, maybe those 2 drivers wanted to be on the lead lap.
Good.
Oh, well.
And I could be completely misunderstanding the situation and misunderstanding what they were saying, but
oh, well, it's Michigan next week. It's going to be fun.
always.
Well, on that start, a couple of those drivers going to need a couple of peels of that Midol. That looks pretty painful. Lights go out on the pace vehicle. Drivers behind them try to catch up.
It looks like a considerable amount of the field had to go down for repairs. Several drivers not quite lined up back in the back. They are going to delay it one more time around, allow everybody to get caught up and get lined up for this restart.
Drivers last week we had 45, so only 2 missing from last week to this week. Not bad, not bad, not bad. All right, Barney turns off the lights around the track.
Scott Fritz, Radburn, Shutterstill, the drivers on the front row, getting ready to bring the field back to green low, and I take that back. Sounds like they're going to delay it one more time.
Allowing a couple drivers to get their lap back there. Ride live look in the Bluegrass live look in. Blake Hensley. 33 of James Silvers in the Function Junction Machine. As we're right on board for this restart on Blake Hensley's 31. Arnie says, this time, boys, get in line, get racked, and get stacked, because we're going green out turn number 4.
I think Blake has our broadcast on up there on his top left. It looks like he keeps looking up there.
Say no to drugs, Blake. No vaping. No vaping.
Waiting to see if he looks and grins if he can hear us. Doesn't look like it. Doesn't look like he's got the audio on for it. Pace car looking to make that left-hand turn and bring us back to the Geico restart zone.
Geico restart zone. Rammer's shutters, fires, and we're racing. And Blake Hensley is going to get to turn number 1 there. Giving Scott Fritz, he'll slide up just a tad bit. Exit turn number 2 down the back straightaway in that second spot. Oh no! Oh, Blake Hensley cautioned out on the racetrack.
And you can see the frustration from him there on camera. Looked like he had that second position secured. Just come up the track. Take a look at it here on the instant replay.
So he just did not have Scott Fritz cleared there.
Now it looks as though he just pinched Fritz up into the wall and collected several drivers behind.
Take a different look at it. Well, if you look at that angle.
Almost looks like Fritz got a little loose coming off the corner there. Might have hooked his nose to the left just a little. Both drivers are still going up. And right there you can see a little bit of a different angle out of Fritz than Hensley, but Hensley's still on his way up at the same time, but Fritz got a little loose. Almost looks more like a racing deal to me.
So if you look at it right there, Fritz is pointing towards, he's not straight right there. And you can see the 31 still coming up. So that's how they made contact. Agree with you, BJ. More of a racing deal. Tough luck there for those drivers involved. You got Fritz, Hensley, Witters, Richards, Boyd, Gebhart, Slater, Hara, Shell, Mays, Lickium, and Dilt all down pit road.
Sounds as though race control is going to agree with us, Steve, on the call as well. A call to race control. No driver will be ruled at fault. Both drivers, though, that started the incident did bring it down pit road, take the time to get a little bit of repairs on their cars. So both drivers are going to be mired back at the back of the field anyways. Both of them very quick, Steve. I look forward to see if they can make it back forward with the damages on their cars. Now, two factors come into play. One, the damages themselves possibly slowing them down. And two, they have damage right around those fenders, especially the front fenders. That could cause a difference in the tire wear on the front of their cars, causing complete change in the way that they handle. Be interested to see just how they handle that.
Definitely. So teammates now will restart this race on the front row.
And not something that is exactly uncommon to see here in the Bluegrass Xfinity series. Seen it several times out of these two drivers throughout the last season. And look at the damages to the back of Bryce Hunter right there on the outside of row 2.
Yep. It looked like someone definitely looked underneath his skirt when coming out turn number 2. But you look at Radbird Shutters, he will choose the outside for this restart, as Silvers will choose the inside. Row number 2 will be Jim Alt, last week's winner in number 1, with Bryce Hunter to his outside. Then you got the 55 of Kyle Mays and Michael Robinson, and he has damage on his nose. All right, the pace car is fixed to pull into the infield. We're going to go for a third restart of the night. Coming to the Geico restart zone. Radbird Shutters fires. We're back to racing. Shutters with a good start there. There's the 33 of James Silvers. Jim Alt in that second spot there. You got Michael Robinson looking to the inside of Bryce Hunter as they come out turn number 2. Hunter, keep him down low. Trying to keep him honest down the back straightaway. There's the 55 of Kyle Mays. Trying to follow the 18 of Michael Robinson as they go into turn number 3. So far, we're clean and green. We got Shankar Stritz up 4 spots. Currently in that 7th position. Coming out turn number 4 as we complete our first full green flag lap. There's Jeremiah Hobbs. And looking at Shankar Stritz has some damage on his rear end. His vehicle.
Yeah, heavy damages, caved in pretty good. Almost looks like he backed into a telephone pole with the number 46, but showing some speed and not going on the lurk right now. He's sitting in that 7th spot, doing some good right now, doing some running. Everybody in about the top 10 now starts single file out on the right-hand side. You see your first 2x2 battle. That's going to be the 21, or the 28 and the 21 of Alex Carr. Make that the 71, actually, looking at scoring. And the 71 of Mike Bryson right there, too, is outside.
Well, the number 3 Radbird Shutters is pulled away from James Silvers. There's Jim Alt in the hip pocket. And we got Keith Hackney involved in that incident there with the 71. And the 71 is Mike Bryson.
Ooh. And as Bryson turns around there's another car coming that he didn't see.
Okay, instant replay there. Oh, the 71 barely comes down a tad bit.
The 69 was trying to maintain his momentum off the corner and slide up towards the wall. Bryson just happened to be there as well. So preliminary looks, we'll see what race control decides on this one here. Preliminary looks, from my perspective, looks to me as though it's another situation a lot like we just had between Fritz and Hensley, where one driver got a little loose coming off the corner there. You see the 71 coming down the track. He's got nobody to his inside. He's free and clear to come down right here. Looks like he just starts to get a little loose almost. Rolling through right there. Here comes the 69. You see him on the inside coming off the corner. He's coming up carrying a lot of momentum. And both drivers, one coming up and one coming down, almost the exact same situation we just saw a little bit ago, Steve.
Definitely. Heavy damage to the front end of that 71. Mike Bryson. So, as we're under caution again, it's Radbird Shutters, James Silvers, Jim Alt, last week's winner. Michael Robinson, Kyle Mays, Shankar Stritza in 6th. You got Jeremiah Hobbs, Justin Ray rounds out your top 10. Let's see, Bryce Hunter, he's at 26. Got a winner, he made a pit stop there. There's Robbie Richards coming down pit road. Looks like he has some damage on the front end of that machine. It might be these drivers might need to bite off hill before this race is up. A My Dog Complete 131.
I just realized that I still had my mic muted, but it does appear as though Bryce Hunter did go down pit road. Several drivers taking the opportunity to go ahead and get some of their damage repaired. Majority of the field already just 17 laps into this race so far. About 3 green flag laps completed. Is almost the entire field, Steve, already has damages to their cars.
And you know, last night in Truck Series, a lot of damaged vehicles. As Redbird Shutters will choose the outside for this restart. You look by your side-by-side on the left-hand side of your top 4 on this restart. On the right-hand side, be a little further back in the field.
And not gonna lie, on the right-hand side, just been kind of letting iRacing choose what camera it wants to put it on, what driver it wants to put it on. Green flag back in the air. Radburn Shutters, another good start on the outside. Bringing his teammate James Silvers right along with him. They single filing out down into turn number 1, side by side now for that third spot between Jim Ott, last week's winner, and Michael Robinson.
As they're side by side, Michael Robinson has it momentarily as they head into turn number 3. Robinson goes a little high there. Alt goes to the bottom. And there's the 55 of Kyle Mays. He was running that middle. Oh, a little contact between Alt and the 18. No harm, no foul. We continue racing. As we complete lap number 19, look at Kyle Mays now. He gets around Jim Alt. Alt falls back to that 5th spot. There's Sean Kostritza running a little high line there. Right behind him is Jeremiah Hobbs in the 19 as they come down the back straightaway.
Highline being a little bit better for your tires, a little bit safer early on in the race. If you can get that high side rolling, you can save your tires a little bit more and have good runs later in the race. Doesn't require as much wheel input to get around the high side, so you're able to save those front tires, save the grip, and keep rolling. Meanwhile, up in the front, Radburn Shutters still leads the way. James Silvers, Michael Robinson, Kyle Mays up 5 spots into that 4th position, having a good run going for him. Last week, Steve, we saw both Mazes find their way up towards the front from pit strategy. Right now, we find Mays in that 4th spot due to attrition from the cautions. Just staying clean and finding his way forward. Things going well for him so far here tonight.
Jim Alt in that 5th spot there. Looks to the inside of Michael Robinson. Robinson battles back on the outside. Out of turn number 2, give it to Jim Alt to that 4th spot. Michael Robinson falls back to 5th. Then you see Jeremiah Hobbs getting back of the 46 of Sean Kostritza there momentarily. As we're on lap number 22 of 131. Don't forget, lap number 50 will be the stage break. Drivers want to be in the top 10, receive stage points. As you look at the gap there between 1st and 2nd of Fredberg Shutters and James Silvers. There's the come out turn number 2 down the back straightaway. Take a little further back, you see the 72 of Tony Iverson currently running 23rd. Blake Hensley just got around him for 22nd. And Scott Hare, he's missing the hood on his vehicle. That motor getting nice and cool out here.
Yeah, it absolutely is. You know, this is one track that aerodynamics, one of the few tracks that aerodynamics is not super important here in the Xfinity series. So losing his hood, you see, he's still very competitive. Just praying right now. You know, he's got to be praying he doesn't have damages to that engine, doesn't have any damages to that radiator, especially. Even though he's got the hood open, if he's got damages to that radiator, it's only a matter of time before that engine will give out. Everybody in the top 10 right now, single filed out, and even all the way up into drivers in our 5th spot. Sean Kostritza riding in 5th right now. All of these guys almost all have damages. I think the only clean cars left on track are Radburn Shutters and James Silvers. I believe Jim Ott has damages. Kyle Mays has a little bit of rear end damages. So everybody right now fighting with damages on their car, but still able to make it work, still able to show some speed and not let Silvers and Shutter's Cornerstone Motorsports duo, not letting these guys out of their sights.
Kyle Mays is in that third spot right there. You know, James Silvers looked like he might be having a little bit of connection issue there momentarily.
And just a little good.
Jim Hall looking at back of Kyle Mays. Kyle Mays has damage on that vehicle. Some larger people from third on back as some sort of damage. Look at Jim Hall's number one. There's Shocker Schultz down the top five. As Michael Robinson has fallen back to the 8th position. Ryan Chapman. Haven't said much about him tonight. Currently running in that 12th spot. There's Michael Campbell looking to the inside of him. Also Adam Lancaster right there. Justin Winter running in the 20th spot. They're in the 7 machine. Tony Iverson with some nose damage there. Currently running 21st. Alex Pence is outside. And then you have the 04 Scott Hara battling with Blake Hensley. Hensley. I don't know if we want to do the, you know, kind of afraid to do it and don't want to jinx it twice and win the race. That's for sure.
It's definitely a position you don't want to be in. Just moments ago, we saw the 30 of Alex Penn get up into the wall. He's able to hold on to it. Little contact between him and Hensley right there. Both drivers are able to hold on to it. Hensley loses a couple positions out of it. It looks like he's got his hands full. Look at how far he's turning that wheel. He's either got a very long steering ratio in that thing, or he's got a very ill-handling car at the moment. He's got his hands full. He's fighting this right now. He settles in behind the 69 of Keith Hackney. Hackney in that last caution trying to work his way forward and get things rolling for him as well.
As well, mate.
That's right, as well, mate.
He got loose there, too. That car is definitely loose as he goes underneath. It looks like he might be maybe trying to bring it down pit road, maybe? No? He was just taking a shortcut. The scenic route.
Yeah.
It's back to the race screen.
It actually made me think of what we saw last season. Trying to remember who it was. I think it was Doug Newbigging. We saw him running a different line than we saw everybody else run last season when we came to New Hampshire. He was entering on the apron and letting the car slide up onto the track. Somehow he managed to save his tires doing it and had some really good, really fast runs, really strange line, but it really worked for him. And that's almost what it looked like Hensley was doing right there as he was recovering his car after getting loose out of turn number 2. Right there on the screen, towards the top of your screen coming out of turn 2. You saw Sonka Stritz get a little loose coming out of the turn. That's in 5th spot right now. There's a battle going on for that 3rd position. Jim Hott taking a look to the inside of Kyle Mays there just not quite enough for right there. The outside line with the momentum is going to prevail.
Sean Stritz, as BJ said in the top 5, there's Jeremiah Hobbs and Justin Ray. Michael Robinson right there at 18. Behind him, Bobby Mays. And there's Dylan Merriam in the 5 machine right there, currently running in your top 10. Greg Carr on the outside of the top 10, trying to look in there. You have Adam Lancaster and Matt Campbell. Ryan Chapman in the 11 machine, under attack by the 4 of Alan DeRocco. There's Calvin Joy there in the 43.
You know, we haven't talked a lot about him, but Adam Lancaster riding right now in that 12th spot, battling for the position with Greg Carr on his outside. He last season was one of the faster cars, was one of the drivers to keep an eye on. You always knew he's going to put on a show and get him move on, get up there towards the front at some point in time throughout the night. But tonight really seems to be struggling in that number 17 machine as he continues to ride along right now behind Greg Carr. 2 spots back from where he started this race. You know he's wanting to try to get more. He's wanting to get up there and have another go at the championship.
Yes, here we come out turn number 4. We're going to complete lap number 34 in the books. Here we're going to break it up again for a lap.
Almost everybody in this field carrying damages except for the top 3 drivers, but everybody's single filed out. You know, there's top 2 drivers. They might not have damages, but everybody behind's not really letting them go. Wow, it looked like James Silvers could have ended disastrously right there. Got up there by the wall. You see it on the left-hand side of your screen, smoke flying off of the right rear of that car, and make that even a driver in the top 2, and caution flag waves. You see it on the right-hand side of your screen. Adam Lancaster and the 25 of Greg Carr involved. Take a look at our instant replay here. Lancaster to the outside, 25. You see right here the run that Adam Lancaster gets, goes to the outside, 25. Looks like it just kind of squeezes up on him and catches the left rear of the 17. Both drivers turning right there, going into turn number 1. Able to save it with only minor damages. Still unfortunate for them. Not sure who that was that caught the 25 right there, though. Looks like the 11, that's going to be Ryan Chapman.
Well, you see it right there, the 17. He gets the run. He goes to the outside. Pulls up alongside him as they come to the start-finish line. Right now, everything's A-OK.
Ooh.
There's a little bit of wheel hop there. Some right side romance and some left side loving going on between those 2 drivers.
It looks as though the 17 of Lancaster might have come down off a wall a little bit there to initiate the contact too. See him right there's really close to the wall right there. Just look at the gap grade, you can tell by the shadow. 17 does come down a little bit to initiate contact of the 25. I think that one would come back to the 17.
Well, a couple more drivers. This is an infield care center. Line all complete. Over half the field has some kind of damage. You're watching a by-dog complete 131 here in New Hampshire.
I believe one of the few clean cars in the field is going to be the 5 of Dylan Merriam. He's sitting in 9th right now, 6 spots to the good. He's just been staying quiet. We haven't talked a lot about him, but I think he's one of the few clean cars on the track. Good opportunity for him to be able to move forward. So we'll see if things start going his way here. Top 5 right now going to be Radburn, Shutters, James Silvers, Kyle Mays, Jim Ott, and Sean Kostritzer right now running inside the top 5. And 2 of the 5, I believe 3 of the top 5 right now actually even has damages. So quite the interesting way this race could turn out here tonight.
All right, well, lights go out. They're doubling them up. James Silver still having a little bit of connection activity going on. Issues. Ratbird shutters chooses outside for the restart again. Base car looking to pull off. All right, as we go to the Geico restart zone, Ratbird shutters can fire at any time. Green flag is back out. Ratbird shutters gets a good start there. As they head into turn number 1, Shutters, Silver, Ott, Maze, and Ray, your top 5. Ray goes a little high. That's going to allow Sean to through, but we got our caution on the speedway.
A caution-plagued race here on lap number 42. Take a look here at our instant replay. All right, looked like start number 1 repeated again.
On the outside road this time.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to go dirt track racing rules now. How about that? Single file restart, nose to tail. Just joking. Just joking.
Hey, we went over on the dirt side. Lap 42 now in the books on lap 43. We've only had a small handful of green flag laps. I want to say right about 4 or 5 green flag laps so far in this race. This is just straight up been a battle of attrition here. Ratbird Shutters leading since the drop of the green flag qualified pole, and he's never looked back.
You're watching the Bluegrass Xfinity Series live on Ultimate Dirt TV, broadcast and simulcasted live on DirtFan.com, Bluegrass Facebook page, and YouTube. Make sure to go to the YouTube page and hit subscribe. Doesn't cost you a thing. Let's see. 12 getting a wave around.
Listening right now to race control's call on this one to see just what they decide to do. Sounds as though it started all the way up towards the front and just cascaded down the line. So far, not sounding like there's going to be any call made on the caution, just being ruled a racing incident from a stack up.
Lights, camera, action.
Yeah. Lots of action.
Well, tonight we've seen some thrills, we've seen some spills, and some unexpected violence going on down here. As the lights now do turn off. And
Thought for a moment that Radburn Shutters is going to choose the inside on this restart. I was going to say that's a little different than what he's been running, but he does move up to the outside and allow Silvers to his inside.
Also, if you're watching on YouTube, make sure to go to settings, hit 1080. Get the best of your viewing. Green flag is off, or the pace car is off. We're on a green flag racing. Here we go. Good start for Radbird. Shutters there. Silvers in second. Jim Alt in third. Alt and Mays side by side. Halfway through turns 1 and 2. Come down turn number 2. Mays goes a little high. They're going to lose some ground to Jim Alt. Now gains it back on the back straightaway as they head into turn number 3.
It's going to look to the inside of Kyle Mays, take over that third position. It's got it nice and secured. Now here comes Kyle Mays, taking a look right back to the outside. Momentum down the front straightaway in Mays' favor. Good position to Mays at the line. Short way around the track. Gets onto position through the turn, but the momentum really playing into the favor of the 55 on the straightaways. Battle going on for that 5th and 6th spot as well between Sean Kostritza and Jeremiah Hobbs running side by side back there.
As they come out of turn number 4, we complete lap number 48 on lap number 49. Kostritza was a little wide, almost kissed that wall on his outside. Here is the 4 of Alan Durango. He's at 19 spots in that 9th position. Trying to look underneath Bobby Hayes for a moment. Could not make it happen. He'll fall back in line. But meanwhile, Radbird Shutters is your race leader.
Coming out of turn number 4, the white flag for the stage is flying. Radburn Shutters led every lap of this race so far. He's only had a few green flag laps to lead, but he's been there the entire time. Brought his teammate of James Silvers along with them after the 2nd and 3rd place earlier in the race. Took each other out, Hensley and Fritz. They took each other out, fell back through the field, now trying to find their way forward. The white flag is in the air. Just 2 more turns to go. Heavy contact. Steve, we're 2 for 2 this week on the stage ending in the caution. If I'm not mistaken, this makes us 5 for 5 in Bluegrass so far this season on the stage ending with a wreck.
Jason Bridges involved. Comes down, gets the 77 of Evans.
Just a hard hit this time between those 2 drivers. The 34 coming way down off the wall. Just gets loose off the corner, snaps, starts coming down towards Tyler Evans and the 77 right into the side of him. Unfortunate for both of those drivers, but that will end the stage. Our top 10 right now. Ooh, they're down pit road, so I'm not even. Shutter Silvers, Ott, Mays, Ray, Kostritza, Hobbs, Mays, Durango, and I missed who the 10th place driver was. They started swapping around from pit road before I could catch it.
All right, so you see the pit stops have begun. We're looking at Radbird Shutters. There is the 31 of Blake Hensley there. Jim Alt off first off of pit road. And then the 42 of Todd Mays second. There goes Radbird Shutters and James Silvers. Matt Campbell stays out. There's Chuck Gentle. He stayed out. Kyle Mangiore and the 43. He stays out. Scott Fritz right there in 4th. He stays out. There's Tyler Evans in 5th. And there is Jim Alt. And BJ, Jim Alt's coming back down pit road.
A opts to come down pit road, get his fuel and tires the second time around. Campbell, Gentile, Jory, Fritz, and Evans, those drivers last pitted on lap 44 and 43. So I don't actually expect to see those guys come down pit road this time around.
I'm seeing deja vu in the truck race, just saying.
Yeah, a little bit. I'm going to have to agree with you just a little bit there. But this time we got 5 drivers running on old tires instead of just 1. So we'll see. This could be a little bit different with a stack of them up there. I can see the I can see the deja vu that you're talking about here.
It happened on after the stage break.
Felt like we should have just turned on the song and another one down, and another one down, another one bites the dust.
Last night, we had one driver that stayed out, did not take tires or anything. And we had 2 cautions back to back. The third time was the charm. But you did not want to start in second place. That was for sure last night. The lights are out on the pace. People will go back racing. Matt Campbell and Chuck Gittle bringing the field down as they are racked and stacked here. Jim Alton, who made 2 pit stops, comes back out on 28th position. All right, we're fixing to start our second part of the My Dog Complete 131. Coming to the Geico restart zone, Matt Campbell fires. We're back to race in. 54 laps in the books. This is we're on lap number 55. Chuck Gittle and Scott Fritz side by side. Fritz with a little bit of damage on that vehicle, but he gets a run off of turn number 2. He will take over the second spot down the back straightaway. Chuck Gittle falls back to third spot. Calvin Jory there in fourth. Fifth is Tyler Evans. James Silvers now goes to the inside of him as they are side. Oh, contact between fourth and third. Oh, Nelly. Chuck Gittle. I don't know how he saved it right there. Comes down pit road.
Very carefully. Didn't really give him much choice. That car was headed for pit road whether he wanted to or not, but a good job to hold on to it, not get any damages on that machine. But he will be mired back more than likely a lap down now once he comes back out on the track from the penthouse to the outhouse, as they say, from the front to the rear, and mired a lap down. Caution plagued race might be in his favor here tonight. These guys now starting to look as though they might settle it down. As I say that, caution flag waves on the front straightaway. Calamity strikes again.
Dylan Merriam involved. Into the 5 machine. Oh.
Looks like he got a good little bump from the inside. Not real sure. I believe that might have been Michael Robinson, the 18. Does look like it. Looks like the car just snaps loose and up into the 5.
NLRA instant replay. Well, while we got that going on, let's go ahead and thank the sponsors of the Bluegrass iRacing series. Elevated Outdoors, J&J Gaming, Kinder Performance Buckkicker, Huffman Designs.
A huge thank you to those guys for coming on board this season for the 2022 into 2023 season here at Bluegrass. I'm going to make it all possible for these guys.
under our 7th caution of the night.
Slater taking a lucky dog this time around, coming around. Jordan Slater coming around, taking one of his laps back. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, this will put Slater back on the lead lap. Yes, it does appear as though it will put him back on the lead lap. And actually restarting. He'll be at the tail end of the longest field, actually. It's a lucky dog. You see the 01 of Scott Fritz missing his nose clip off of that number 01 machine. Rides in that second spot. He spent quite a bit of time down pit road throughout this race so far. Now he's got track position. He's got to hold on with a broken car and try to keep some of this position. We've already seen it. Even not having pieces of the front end of the car, aerodynamics are not that big of a deal here tonight at New Hampshire. So these guys still able to maintain speed, still able to carry quite a bit of speed with pieces missing off their cars. The lights are out on the pace car. Looks like Matt Campbell's going to shoot the outside once again. Scott Fritz to his inside. Row number 2 is going to be Tyler Evans and Todd Mays. Row 3 is going to be Calvin Jory. Justin Winters. He's been quiet all night tonight. Now sits in striking position for the top 5, Steve.
Definitely. I had to go get me some good Gigi juice and hopefully get some good juju going on.
What'd you do, get a coffee in the middle?
Yeah. I need a pill per caution.
I knew it.
Matt Campbell and Scott Fritz. Here we come for the restart. Barney, the iRacing flagman. He has the green on the right-hand side, the yellow in his hip pocket, ready to wave at any point in time as we're back to racing as they head into turn number 1. As you see the cloud cover, looking pretty dark. There's the exit turn number 2 down the back straightaway. Look at Justin Winters up 11 spots there, currently in that 5th position. There's Jeremiah Hobbs, looks to the outside of Calvin Jory there. Justin Ray in the 38. Him and Radbird Shutters are side by side there. And then you have James Silvers currently running in the top 10 as he looks to the outside of Justin Ray. Matt Campbell continuously caution out on the raceway. I told you he had to have it in his hip pocket, that caution flag.
Absolutely plagued race here tonight. Pace car's on the move though. Pace car's trying to get up. He hit his brakes pretty quick. Take a look at our instant replay here. It's like the 5 involved once again. This time the 5 comes up, gets into the side of another car. Ooh, and he goes upside down, goes for a bit of a ride. Couple of drivers upside down on that one. Yeehaw! I've been in that position several times and went turtle several times, and I'm not gonna lie, I don't have the luck of landing on my wheels very often. It's never a good ride. It might be fun for a split second, but it's never a good ride when you realize, hey, my car is junked.
Dylan Merriam, I'm going to have to go to the Infield Care Center. As next week we head to Michigan.
11 car stuck in them barrels. Ryan Chapman, unfortunate for him, he had to take a tow to get off those barrels. It's going to mire him a few laps down.
Listen to the whistle and the fiddle and the band. Smiley Cyrus says, I came in like a wrecking ball.
It's, I'd say at least 20% of the field here tonight.
Definitely has some sort, been involved in some sort of carnage on the racetrack. Top 5 look like this. Matt Campbell, Scott Fritz, Todd Bates, Tyler Evans, Justin Winters, your top 5. Then you got Jeremiah Hobbs, Alman and Jory. Then you got Ratbird Shutters, Justin Ray, James Silver's your top 10. Kyle Bates, Shocker Strisson, Alan DeRocco, Robbie Richards, and Alex Carr, your top 15. 16th be Tony Iverson, Brad Gebhardt, Blake Hensley, Jim Alt, and Bobby Mays rounds out your top 20 here tonight. As the lights go out on the pace vehicle, we're going to let them loose one more time out of turn number 4.
So out of 66 laps, that'll be completed once we go back green. Steve, less than a third, if I'm counting correctly, less than a third of that was green flag.
Yeah. The pace cars led the most laps tonight. Coming out of turn number 4, Nicholas saying, a clean car is a happy car. As we're back to racing, I can just hear him now shouting that through the pace vehicle. Marty waving that green flag. Marty's also let the drivers know he's going to start shaking that no-no stick if they keep it going. Matt Campbell continues to lead down the back straightaway with Scott Fritz in second. There's Tyler Evans and the 42 of Todd Mays. Justin Winters right there. As Jeremiah Hobbs looks to the inside of him. Oh, Hobbs, that's getting heavy on the binders, not to get into Winters. As they come out of turn number 4 down the front straightaway. There's Alman Jory there in the 30 or 43. James Silver's right behind him, along with the 55 of Kyle Mays. They're side by side. Shocker Stritza and Radbird Shutters are side by side. And then you got Justin Ray and Robbie Richards side by side.
And a little bit more carnage going on back towards the back. Green flag does stay out there, but a couple drivers look like they started wrecking back there, but still able to continue on. Ooh. Loose out of turn number 4, able to hold on to it. Good job for him. That does create 3 wide in turn number 1 and 2. Side by side by side, they sort it back out. Jory's going to fall back. I believe that was Jory. He's going to fall back. That's going to allow Robbie Richards to follow his teammate Ashanka Stritson now as they work their way forward. Here comes Scott Fritz. Now he's down on the apron trying to shorten the track out as much as he can. He's got heavy nose damage on that number 01 machine, but took a shot at the lead. Anyways, Tyler Evans now sucking up to his back bumper. Top 3 now single filed out. Justin Winters wanting to stick his hat in the mix.
Winters closing up on Tyler Evans there. As you look at your top 4, they have some sort of damage. Evans goes wide. That's going to allow Winters to the inside. Winters has to get on the binders as they exit turn number 4. Side by side at flag stand. Almost some contact there, but given Justin to Tyler Evans at the line. Justin Winters wants that 3rd spot. He has a fast car, but caution back out on the racing surface.
Ooh, and a big hit to our early race leader and pole starter. Radburn shutters the whole front end of that number 3 machine is now gone.
Take a look at your NLRA instant replay. Him in the 42 make contact, sends it into the inside wall, round and around it goes. Oh, Blake Hensley, nowhere to go.
Just cleans him out there. There you see the puff of smoke off the number 3 car, and that's going to end his night. Unfortunate after running so good, won the stage, started on the pole, stayed up front the whole time. Now he's out of the race.
Blake Hensley.
There was a hole there, and then there wasn't. Unfortunate, no chance to really react for the driver of the 31.
We're under our 9th caution on lap number 73. We're counting our stage break caution because the caution came out and they decided to use the stage break for the caution. So that information is correct. Your race leader is the 27 of Matt Campbell. I'll take that back. He might have a clean car. He might be the only one in the top 5 because you see damage to the 0-1. Tyler Evans has some damage there. Justin Witters has some damage in the rear. James Silvers, he might be clean. He has a little damage on the right-hand nose of his car over the tire well. Al Moore, or Mays there, he has some damage on the rear end. Jeremiah Hobbs has a little bit. Sean Kostritza does. Justin Ray right there looks pretty clean. The 12, Robbie Richards, has damage. There is Alan DeRocco in the 4. He's up
He might
70
actually be clean.
spots. He looks really clean there. As the drivers will not double it up this time. They stay, the lights stay on. Matt Campbell, your race leader, up 25 spots at the start of the race. Last week's winner, Jim Alt, is currently running in the 19th position.
Hey, he's actually looking pretty clean.
Yeah. Next Wednesday night, Demolition Derby. It'd be neat to have figure 8 racing.
That'd be fun. We should do that. There goes the lights on the pace car. Matt Campbell going to shoot the outside once again. Scott Fritz to the inside for the restart again. We'll see if Fritz has anything for Matt Campbell this time around on this restart.
His car is in. Green flag is in the air. You see him coming down the front straightaway. As they head into turn number 1, see Scott Fritz will file in line as the field is 2 by 2. Coming out of turn number 4 there, Matt Campbell continues to lead. Justin Witters has that. head into turn number 3, your top 4, single file. You have Tyler Evans there. We'll try to get out line down the front straight. One car around, that's James Silvers.
Silvers loops it on the front straightaway. Looks like he had a little bit of help in that number 33. And you know, Steve, somehow, I think that 33 came out unscathed again. He's got a little bit of damage to the left front.
Oh, looked like Cat Lewis came down on the 77.
Crossed his teammate. Little bit of left front damage on that thing. But, let's see if how much that plays a factor into the way his night has been going, or if he can find his way back forward here on lap number 78 of 131. Caution number 10 on the speedway. Double digits, Steve. We've reached double digits.
Double digits, only a handful of drivers with nothing wrong with their vehicles. No scrapes, dings. Everybody else, at some point tonight, is going to the infield care center, getting one of those Midol Complete pills. Tonight's race spot brought to you by Midol Complete. Get them at your local pharmacy, grocery store at a great value. Tonight's winner will get a 5-foot trophy of a Midol pill. Last night, the winner got a 5-foot tater tot trophy. That's going to be the best trophy of them all, is that tater tot trophy. I will say that.
Yeah, that'd be my favorite.
Be pretty neat if had like a little bit bitten out of it.
Oh, that's mine. Well, go buy no tater tot. I want to eat it.
Campbell, Fritz, Witters, Mays, Evans, Kostritza, Hobbs, Richards, Ray, Jory, your top 10. Sean Kostritza having a rough luck last night in the Truck Series.
I think the cleanest car right now in the top 5 is going to be the 7 of Justin Winters. Not sure if Matt Campbell's still clean or not. I think he might be.
I think he is. I think he has no damage on that. Justin Winters did have some on the rear end of that machine. Might have got it fixed during the last pit stop. Watched it last week coming out of turn number 4. Scott Fritz gets into the race leader. Both of them spit out. Now loud. Jim Alt to pick up the win. Lights do go back out. Looking at the point standings in the trucks, Alex Healy is your points leader. Peyton Hubbard second. Cody Anderson, Wes Wiggin, and Daniel Worthington, your top 5 in the Truck Series. If you missed it last night, Matt Campbell going to bring the field back to green. flag is back out. Good start there for back in 127. Scott Fritz will fall in line as they head into turn number 1. Winners to that 3rd spot there. Kyle Mays battling to his outside. We got Chaos starting right there. Robbie Richards around. And everybody misses.
I have no idea how everybody managed to miss him there, but kudos. Take a look at the instant replay here. Fritz, it's like kind of met in the middle there. Looks like he was running on a, what we on the dirt side would call a cut down line, entering high and exiting low. 38 looked like he might have slid up a little bit. Just kind of met in the middle. Take a look at it right here. See the 12. He's committed to heading for that second line down. He's still on his way down to 38. Car slides up. Gets into his left rear. Race control does decide to put that one on the 38.
Look at, ooh. I don't know who that was.
Had a little bit of contact across the front there. That was the 28. Maybe 38? 28 of Alex Carr.
Eleventh caution of the night.
Now my headset's yelling at me, telling me, hey, plug me in.
I mean, who said racing wasn't a contact sport? We're proving them wrong tonight. We've been giving right side romance, left side loving.
And if the pits weren't virtual, the gloves would probably be off.
Barney the iRacing flag, but he's threatening them with all his life. And straight it up, boys, or you're going to restart single file. We're going to get these laps in. Barney says we're going to get these laps in one way or another. So we got 46 laps to go. I think Barney has a hot date tonight.
Yeah.
And I think Nicholas is going to be driving Barney to his date in the pace vehicle.
Yeah, I figure Barney's wife's probably left by now. She done headed home. Now just waiting on them to get off of work so they can go out. Now he doesn't have a car, so Nick's going to have to drive him.
And who knows, next week we might have a little Barney's run around.
Moving on.
I mean, Jason Collins, definitely you don't want to see two Jason Collins run out. One scary enough.
That's what I was just thinking.
Alright, grab your appeal, we're racing. The Bydol complete 131. As Chapman continues to lead, right there, Scott Fritz in his hip pocket. Almost gave a shot in the shorts there on the exit turn number 2. You see the 7 Justin Winners and the 19 and Jeremiah Hawks to the outside. Hawks. Oh, we got him going around Tony Iverson. Mayday, he has left the park. And we continue to stay green.
And nobody around down there in the infield to run at speed for the caution to come out for that one. Take a quick look at the replay here.
Yep, and Alan DeRocco side by side. They come out of turn number 2. Bronco comes down on him. And there goes Tony Iverson. He's lucky he saved that sucker.
He did a very good job keeping it off the inside wall, not spinning out and everything, able to get it back rolling, but that's definitely going to put a damper on the way his race is going. Battle going on for the second spot now. Jeremiah Hobbs. He's got to run to the outside of Scott Fritz for that second spot. Fritz going to fall back in the line. Good run going for Jeremiah Hobbs in that number 19 Toyota.
Scott Fritz right there losing the spot, and he might lose the spot to Justin Witters because Witters is coming. And look at Shocker Stritza back up to 5th now. He's in the top 5 with Tyler Evans in 6th. And then you got a battle between Alan DeRocco and Bellman Jory there. There's Bryce Hunter making his way back in the 9th position. Adam Lancaster, Michael Robinson, and Kyle Mays in 12th. Alex Carr, James Silvers in that 14th position after getting spun there. And then you have Jim Hall. We got one car. Right there to 2. That's Bobby Mays. Having some problems. Meanwhile, Matt Campbell continues to lead, but Jeremiah Hobbs is coming.
Yeah, he's lurking in that number 19 machine, showing a lot of speed here now, trying to get caught back up to the back bumper. Battle going on for that 3rd spot right now between Winners and Fritz down into turn number 3. Gives a spot to Winners. Does he have enough room to clear and move up in front of Scott Fritz? Find out. Yes, he did in fact have the room. The top 5 now single filed out. Here comes Sean Kostritza. Take a look to the inside of Scott Fritz. Now thinks better of it. Falls back in line. Over on your right hand side though, we've got a 3 wide situation. That's between Adam Lancaster, Kyle Mangiuri, and Tyler Evans. Those 3 drivers still 3 wide down into turn number 3.
See drivers coming out of the turn. Down the front straight away. This time you see Shaka Stritza. He thought momentarily looking underneath. Scott Fritz thought better of it. He'll fall back in line in that 5th spot. Jeremiah Hobbs right there running in him. Trying to chase down race leader Matt Campbell down the back straightaway. Super kick beam machine right there. Hobbs closes in as he gets spiders a little bit. Now back on the left and out turn number 4. Up against that wall. About to be a little bit of contact there. But there's Justin Witters. He's sitting there looking nice in that 3rd spot. Fritz goes a little high. Kostritza right there. Looks underneath about turn number 2. Now you got a battle going on for 4th. Shaka Stritza down to the bottom. He will pass Scott Fritz. Shaka Stritza now your 4th place runner. Shaka Stritza running the UDTV sponsor machine down there tonight. Hotel or family trucking. Matt Campbell. Oh, Nelly. Alan DeRocco loops it around and continues to go. Bring it out. Your 100th caution of the night.
That'd be caution number 12 or number 13. Not real sure. As we get back to full screen here in just a moment, we'll take a look at our instant replay. Maybe if SDK will let us have it. But impressive drive by Duranko on that to spin that thing around and just keep it rolling. Caution does come out, but an impressive drive. Looks like everybody's going to come down pit road except the 55 of Kyle Mays.
Him and the 17 of Adam Newbert.
Lancaster,
yeah. Newbert ran in 17 last year. See, that's where it gets kind of confusing. There they make a little bit of contact, him and Lancaster. And around goes Alan Duranko.
Yeah, where that confusion came from. I almost did it a few times tonight myself. But, and look at that. Look at the drive by all the other drivers right there, just to go right around him, and a good job done by Daniel Worthington to keep that thing semi under control, point it back down the track, and just keep rolling.
Well,
Alan Duranko, that's who it was.
we have done so many cautions, we kind of broke the replay. There we go.
Had to cheat it there.
Had to cheat it. Kyle Mays in the 55, your new race leader. Jim Alton second. Matt Campbell, Jeremiah Hobbs, Justin Witters, your top 5. Then you got Sean Kostritza, Scott Fritz, Adam Lancaster, James Silvers, and Bryce Hunter, your top 10.
Kyle Mays put it under that last caution, if I'm not mistaken, which has allowed him to work my attrition with everybody else going down pit road under this caution, allowed him to move forward. And one thing we've never gotten a count on tonight is how long can these guys actually run on fuel with so many cautions. It's been hard to get a gauge on it, but Kyle Mays, I think he's seeing a possibility of a win right now if he is able to go the distance from here.
Acme is all back on lead lap, currently running in 16th. Jeremy Vaughn racing. Jeremy Vaughn had a run of a lifetime last night. He got some right side romance going into turn number 1, and around he went after winning stage number 1 in Truck Series. He was down in the pit area signing autographs this morning. Well, they were, Xfinity Series was practicing.
The lights go out on the pace car for one of the first times tonight, if not the first time tonight. The leader chooses the inside. Kyle Mays, our race leader, is going to restart on the inside. I've seen everybody go to the outside on these restarts. See just how this one plays out for him.
Geico's restart zone. Kyle Mays is on the loud pedal. We're racing.
Good start for Mays. He's going to bring Matt Campbell along with him. Campbell not quite able to get enough of a run on Jim Ott. Now he does, coming out of turn number 2. Slides up the track in front of Jim Ott. He's got that second position secured, but here comes Jeremiah Hobbs. He was up there. Now he wants it back. Moves to the inside, and they're going to make a move for the race lead down into turns number 3 and 4.
Going out of turn number 4, Jeremiah Hobbs. He will lead that lap. Sean Kostritza and Bryce Hunter balanced side by side. 3 wide ahead. We got a ping-ponging. That middle driver, that was Matt Campbell. Got into Jim Ott there momentarily. But Jeremiah Hobbs is your race leader with Kyle Mays in second. Matt Campbell in third. In the 27th, then you have Justin Witters, Adam Lancaster, Jim Alt, Bryce Hunter, Sean Kostritza, and Calvin Jory there, and Scott Fritz rounding out your top 10. As the battle's going on for second with Matt Campbell and Kyle Mays. Mays gives it to Campbell. That's going to allow Justin Witters to the inside of Kyle Mays as they go into turn number 3. Witters to the bottom. Campbell in the 55 on the outside. Witters goes below the line momentarily, comes back up, able to take over that third spot. Kyle Mays falls back to 4.
It slides up right in front of the nose of Kyle Mays, forces Kyle Mays to slow down just a little bit down into turn number 1. Adam Lancaster takes a look to the inside. Caution flag waves once again.
That's where you talk about getting shot in the shorts.
Ooh, just right across them.
Tony Iverson getting shot in the shorts by the. Tell who that is.
I'm not sure. That's the one that numbers a little hard to see on that car.
The other guy said, "Do not pass go. Do not collect $200."
And a 71 Mike Bryson just sends it in there as well. Long after the caution comes out, you'll see it right here. Iverson sitting still waiting. 71 just gonna call it as I see it. Just plows in there, not paying any attention. Just drives right into the 72 Tony Iverson.
Now Bates will bring it down pit road. Jeremiah Hobbs is your race leader with Matt Campbell, Justin Winters, Adam Lancaster, Jim Alt, Bryce Hunter, your top 5. Well, I can tell you this, Jeremy, the reason why you did not hold on to Baby Jesus when you went in that turn number 1, that's what happened to you, Jeremy Vaughn, last night.
Didn't hold on to him. Let go?
Well,
Man, you can't let go.
You know, his favorite verse last week, "Hold on, baby Jesus. It's gonna be a ride." Well, someone did hold on going into turn number 1.
Hey, Jeremy, you can't let go. Top 5 right now. It's going to be Hobbs, Campbell, Winters, Lancaster, and Ott. Your top 5. The majority of the cars in the field. Steve carrying heavy damage. What a night these guys have had.
Well, surely a lot of them got to be close to their X limit.
They've got to be.
Jeremiah Hobbs in the Toyota number 19 there. Matt Campbell in the 27 Camaro. Don't forget next week on Tuesday night, Demolition Derby and Figure 8 Racing.
The Bluegrass Cup Series will grace the track at 9 o'clock Eastern Time tomorrow night. Catch it all live right here on Ultimate Dirt TV.
Jeremy Vaughn said, "Laugh out loud." It got bumpy. All right, lights are out on the base vehicle. Barney, the iRacing flagman, has a hot date. He's telling his drivers, if you don't straighten up, I'll straighten it up for you. You're watching the By-Doll Complete 131.
What we got tomorrow night? Is it the Viagra 150?
Nah. Base car pulls in. Jeremiah Hobbs will bring us to the Geico restart zone. Green flag is back in the air. Good start for Jeremiah Hobbs. There is Adam Lancaster. Looks to the outside, 27 to back Campbell. Give it to Lancaster for that second spot momentarily. Campbell battles back on the inside. Justin Winters in that 4th spot. Then you got Jim Alt and Bryce Hunter. That's for 5th and 6th. Then you got Sean Kostritza and the wad of Scott Fritz there. And you have James Silvers and Calman Jory. Keith Hackney now up to 11th in the 69 after having some problems down the back straightaway at one point tonight. Jeremiah Hobbs starting to pull away from Adam Lancaster out of turn number 2. 24 to go.
Another driver on recovery right now sits in 9th position. That's going to be 33 of James Silvers right after his teammate going around and ending his night. James Silvers, the very next caution goes around right now. He's on a recovery and having a decent run back up into 9th. Just a couple spots in front of him. Scott Fritz made his way back into that 7th position. But right now our top 5 still Hobbs, Lancaster, Campbell, Winters, and Hunter. Sean Kostritza rising at 6th position. You know he's hungry to get another top 5 and go top 5 2 weeks in a row.
He's tried as right now, as you look at 19 Jeremiah Hobbs, he's definitely pulled away from Adam Lancaster in that 2nd spot there. Lancaster, Campbell, Winters right there. You throw a blanket over. Bryce Hunter starting to lose a little bit of ground for those 2 drivers. Sean Kostritza down in his hip pockets. They go into turn number 1. A little further back, you have James Silvers and Scott Fritz battling side by side. That is for 8th and 9th on the board. Out of turn number 2, down the back straightaway, given James Silvers. As now he pulls to the back bumper of the 1 of Jim Alt. Jim Alt is last week's winner. Now he looks to the inside of him. Side by side. Looked like maybe a tad bit of contact, but not too much to hurt anyone, though. And at the line, giving Jim Alt for that 7th place. Meanwhile, Hobbs continues to pull away from Adam Lancaster. And I might be a little bit wrong, BJ, but let's take a look at the lap times here. Lancaster was quickest last lap on lap number 110. As coming to 20 to go. The Huffman Designs 20 laps to go this time by. For Jeremiah Hobbs, Lancaster, Campbell, Winters, Hunter, your top 5.
Lancaster faster once again than Hobbs that time on lap number 111. So Lancaster starting to close the gap little by little on Hobbs, but Hobbs has the clean air in his favor right now and doing a really good job. It's one of the best runs we've seen out of him here in the Bluegrass Series, leading the way here with 20 laps to go. Now 19 as they come out of turn number 4. Top 5 drivers now single filed out, all starting to play nice. Bryce Hunter under heavy pressure from Sean Kostritza behind. That's for the top 5 position. Justin Winters right there. You just saw him on screen riding in the 4th. Right there's the battle going on between Bryce Hunter and Sean Kostritza. Kostritza hungry for another top 5 position, putting heavy pressure on him, but they've got a lurking number 33 behind. A caution flag waves once again here on the speedway.
And it's Blake Hensley right there. 3 wide.
Ooh.
Well.
Ooh.
Well.
88. That's going to be Chuck Gentile. He's going to claim that one there. Sends it in deep. Slides up the track right into the side of Hensley.
Well, Gentile was not too gentle going in turn number 1.
He definitely was not there. You see him dive to the inside to go around Nathan Mascroft. Mascroft a little off pacer with heavy nose damage. Just dives, I mean, hard to the inside, comes flying down in. See him just start sliding up right off the bat, comes flying in there. I don't think he was expecting Hensley to be there, Steve.
Well, when you own that much of the track, you definitely don't know who's around you, that's for sure. As we're under under the 14th caution tonight.
That's what I thought it was, but I didn't want to say it and then be wrong. I was actually going to ask you to put that up there, but 17 laps to go. Caution number 14 on the speedway, and the battle of attrition continues. Hobbs, Lancaster, Campbell, Winters, Hunter, top 5, Kostritza, Silvers, Hackney, Duranko, and Mays, your top 10.
Keith Hackney has made his way to the 8th spot, up 32 spots with damage on that vehicle.
You know, Steve, this is not a position that he's used to being in. Last season, being the winningest driver across the board for Bluegrass, comes home with the truck championship. And then last week in the Cup Series, comes home with a win after a bad night in Xfinity. You know he's got to be hungry to get a good finish here tonight after a bad run last week in Xfinity Series.
Well, Barney parked him last week, gave him the no-no stick in the Xfinity Series, so.
That he did.
He had to go speak to Barney in the iRacing trailer. Already 3 drivers tonight signed in. Had 38 in the Truck Series last night. Lights do go out. Jeremiah Hobbs will choose the outside. Lancaster will go to the inside.
First time we've seen Lancaster restart on the front row. We'll see if he has anything for the 19 of Jeremiah Hobbs. That outside line for the leader's just been so strong all night long on these restarts. See if the veteran of Adam Lancaster can make any difference in the pace coming across the stripe here.
Well, no, right now who I'm cheering on, I mean, don't want Jeremiah Hobbs to win, but I'm really cheering on Justin Winters, who'll restart 4th on the outside of row number 2.
I'm rooting for the guy lurking behind him, Sean Kostritza. I'd like to see him get a win. Pace car's off, green flag is in the air. Good start once again for the leader, Jeremiah Hobbs. Adam Lancaster falls in. The line's going to move up to the high side on the straightaway. Now taking a look to his inside. It's going to be the 27 of Matt Campbell. But battling around the outside of him is Justin Winters. Winters going to check up a little bit coming off the corner to not get in the wall. Strong Kostritza moving to his inside now, sees the window of opportunity, moves in there. Winters way up high through turns number 3 and 4.
Sean Kostritza's going to try to clear about a 4. Cannot do it. Here comes Winters battling back on the outside. As we come to 13 to go, Jeremiah Hobbs is your race leader. Right there's Lancaster and Matt Campbell. You can throw a blanket over your top 5. They're still side by side. Winters and Kostritza out of turn number 2. As you see the drivers battling hard down the back straightaway into turn number 3. Oh, problem with the race leader. Hobbs hard into the outside wall. As he actually still running pretty good there. I'm surprised how hard he hit that outside wall.
He hit that wall with a vengeance, just overshot his marks, locked up his tires, and slid straight into the wall. Not the position you want to be in. Now he's under attack. You can see the difference in the car. That thing's a little ill handling now. Hard hit to the right front of that thing. His suspension's probably going to be a little out of whack now. It's going to cause that thing to handle quite a bit different as hard as that hit was. Now he's under pressure from Sean Kostritza for that 4th spot. He's got his hands full in that number 19 now. That's not where he wants to be. He wants to get that thing back under control and get moving back forward, but you can see the speed difference through turns 1 and 2 right there as Kostritza took a look to the inside again.
Kostritza had to get on the brakes there not to get into Hobbs. Hobbs tried to pinch him down low to exit turn number 2. But this time out of turn number 4, Kostritza pulls alongside him. Meanwhile, Lancaster is starting to pull away a little bit from Matt Campbell. And right now, Jeremiah Hobbs is holding him up. Kostritza gives him a shot in the shorts. Let's see what happens there. Kostritza to the inside. Hobbs makes a little bit of mistake there as they go into turn number 3. Kostritza stays down low as now you got the 33 in the hip pocket of the 19 out of turn number 4. It's a drag race to the start-finish line. 9 laps to go for Adam Lancaster. Kostritza stays to the bottom there, pulls alongside the 19. Hobbs going to get a shot to short spot. James Silver's there. Now Kostritza takes over fourth.
Yeah, battle just kept going. Hobbs doing a very good job holding on to that car, but you can tell it's not handling like it was as he falls back that fifth spot and under pressure from James Silver. Silver's been extremely fast all night, finished stage number 1 in that second position, and now trying to work his way back forward after the mistake earlier in the race and spinning out. Pressure from behind. They're stacking up behind these guys. Jeremiah Hobbs kind of holding all of them up at this point. Scott Fritz digs way down deep. Heavy contact to the 69 of Keith Hackney. Everybody manages to save it and continue on. What an impressive display of driving right there to hold on to those cars.
Jeremiah Hobbs was leading, got into the outside wall hard, and it's been causing all kinds of havoc. James Silver's just now got around him. There's Sean Kostritza in fourth, trying to chase down Justin Witters, who's currently running third. There's Matt Campbell in second. And there's your race leader, Adam Lancaster. Started in the 9th position, or 10th position, really, in the first. Coming to 6 to go.
Laps are
drivers coming, BJ. Is that 0-1 machine?
Yes, he is still missing the front clip on that thing, but he is driving with a vengeance right now, ready to get up there. Started in that second spot here tonight, but he is ready to go and ready to get a move in him. And James Silver's, both of those drivers on the prowl right now, extremely quick. Over on your right-hand side, you see battles going on a little bit further back throughout the field. And there you see Keith Hackney after that mishap. That's going to drop him back into that 17th spot right now. He's fighting for everything he's got to try to move forward, but he's got heavy damage on that number 69.
As your front four evenly spaced out, James Silver's trying to close in on Sean Kostritza there. They still have a little connection activity going on. Meanwhile, Lancaster coming to 4 laps to go this time. Adam Lancaster. Out of Mooresville, North Carolina. Your race leader, there's Matt Campbell in the 27. Justin Witters right there. There is Sean Kostritza and James Silvers. That's your top 5. Scott Fritz in that 6th position.
Fritz has closed the gap up on James Silvers. You see him back there catching up to him. Now takes a look to the inside. We'll see if he's got enough speed off the corner. Does not. He's going to fall back in line behind Silvers. Silvers gaining on Kostritza as well. Kostritza really's got to get it, dig and get him, move on. He's got to try to catch up James Silvers if you want, or Justin Winters if he wants that top 3 spot. Now here comes Scott Fritz to the inside of James Silvers, side by side down the back straightaway. Fritz with the position. This just goes to show how little the aerodynamics come into play here at New Hampshire. That front end missing off that 01 machine, and it's not slowing him down. He's going to make his way into that 5th spot.
As you look at Silvers there, he tried to come back. He's fallen to that 6th position. Scott Fritz is closing up on Sean Kostritza, who's running it 4th. Meanwhile, Lancaster coming into turn number 3. There's Campbell. Campbell starting to close in the distance. Out of turn number 4, Barney is waving the white flag. 1 more to go for Adam Lancaster into 17.
Final lap. Leaders are on your left-hand side. Battles going on throughout the entire field on your right-hand side. Right now, we're watching the 01 of Scott Fritz. Takes a look to the inside of the 46 of Sean Kostritza. Kostritza heavy into the wall. That's going to give the spot to Fritz. Kostritza now in danger of losing that 5th spot down through turns number 3 and 4. Adam Lancaster coming out of turn number 4. He will win the Midal Complete 131 here at New Hampshire.
Matt Campbell in 2nd, Justin Witters 3rd, Scott Fritz in 4th, Sean Kostritza in 5th, James Silvers will come up with 6th, Bryce Hunter, Jeremiah Hobbs, Justin Ray, and Jordan Slater rounding out your top 10 here tonight.
What a run by Adam Lancaster. See all these guys coming up to his back bumper, giving him a little congratulatory bump. Well done for Adam Lancaster. Everybody congratulating him.
Well, an hour, 40 minutes later, we have a victor in victory lane. Adam Lancaster picking up his first win of the season. Take a look at your official results on the board here.
As we go back to full screen. Maybe.
Adam Lancaster picks up the win. Matt Campbell, Justin Witter, Scott Fritz. Comes on 4th. 5th is Shocker Stritza. 6th is James Silvers. Bryce Hunter in 7th. Jeremiah Hobbs at 8th. Justin Ray in 9th. George Slater at 10th. Jim Alt, last week's winner, comes home at 11th. Calman Jory comes home at 12th. 13th is Brad Gebhart. 14th, Tyler Evans. Keith Hackney in 15th. Kyle Mays in 16th. Alex Carr in 17th. Greg Carr in 18th. Coming home in 19th would be Brian Terry and Brian O'Shell. Nathan Mashcroft will come on 21st. Darius Boyd 22nd.
And 23rd is going to be Robbie Richards. 24th, Tony Iverson. 25th, Todd Mays. It's going to be Chuck Gentile, Alan Duranco, Alex Penn, Michael Robinson, Blake Hensley, your top 30. And it's going to be Dylan Merriam, Scott Hara, Bobby Mays, Robert Malikian, Mike Bryson, 35th. Radburn Shutters, Ryan Chapman, Jason Erson, Jason Bridges, Brandon Broadfoot, 40th. And Justin Diltz, Austin Trumbley, and Adam Newbert rounding out your 43-car field tonight.
Well, we're going to go to a commercial break real quick. We'll be right back with post-race interviews. All right, welcome back to Ultimate Dirt TV. Caught up with the race winner. He wins a 5-foot My Dog Complete Peel trophy. Congratulations, Adam Lancaster.
Well, thank you, sir. Wow, what a race. That was, we'll call it interesting at best. So starting in the rear and making our way up front and then getting turned around on the straightaway there and going back to the back again and just wow.
Definitely had your work cut out tonight here. I mean, we had tons of cautions. I believe we ended up with either 14 on the night.
Yeah, and I mean, you know, it kind of messed up my strategy that I don't know that any of us expected to have that many cautions and with the troubles that we had earlier in the race. Had to burn a set of tires, and I'd kind of made my bed there. I had no tires left. I know there was a lot of those guys that had a set of tires left, but you know, we won this race last year at New Hampshire. New Hampshire is not one of my favorite racetracks, believe it or not. This is 2 wins there, 2 seasons in a row, but still not one of my favorite racetracks. Maybe it is now, it should be, but you know, just messed our strategy up with all the cautions and getting in the accident. And so we were sitting there. I'm like, we're going to be hero or zero because we don't have any tires left, and just banking on the track position game with all those cautions. You know, if any of those guys came and took that last set of tires that I didn't have, then they were going to have a tough time getting through traffic and you know, dealing with any more cautions. So, wow, glad it worked out after last week and all of our, we'll call it extracurricular activities. I think that was the phrase that you guys used last week.
Yeah.
With the 69. and having to start in the back this week, I'm glad that it all worked out.
Well, go ahead and thank those fine sponsors.
Yeah, so Lancaster Transmissions first and foremost, Kinder Performance Group for all that they do. Really, John Kinder's does a lot for this league and a lot for the guys that race in the league. Ghostface Brewing, Rims One, Alex Huffman Designs. He's got the best paints out there. So you guys hit Alex up for some cool paints. I feel like I'm forgetting somebody, but all my guys with Elite Motorsports, they're a tight knit group. We got guys in Kentucky and guys in North Carolina, and they come to North Carolina twice a year and come visit with us and hang out with us. So we're a tight knit group. Alex Huffman, John Kinder, Justin Winters, my teammate here in the Xfinity series, is super fast tonight. So thank those guys. Obviously, Jason Collins for putting on this league. The Bluegrass iRacing series is a great league. No matter whether you run trucks or Xfinity or Cup, he's put together a good league. And last but not least, thank you guys, man. You guys put on a awesome broadcast, and we appreciate you being here.
All right, that's Adam Lancaster pick up the win with the My Doll Complete 131. Coming home in second tonight. Matt Campbell coming home in second tonight. Congratulations. Led some laps.
Yeah, it was a bit of pit strategy in the middle there to try and just get out front. I wasn't expecting to race, but man, with the number of cautions, I figured I'm just going to stay up here for as long as I can.
Well, you managed to do it. Up 24 spots at the start of the race, so good deal. And I imagine the cautions actually really helped you.
100%. It was a lot easier to manage fuel and tires because they could never really get warm. I think, just looking at it, I think our longest green flag run was maybe 18 laps, maybe. I don't know exactly, but no, it feels good to be up there. I thought I had a chance at the win, but man, there was no mistakes out of the 17 there up in front of me.
Definitely. Good, hard racing tonight. Go ahead and thank those fine sponsors making it all possible for you.
Yeah, 100%. Obviously, thank you to the team, Air Kinetics, to the boys that run the team, Daniel and Bruce, and to my teammates, Scott, Jordan, who actually ended up running after having a baby girl on Sunday. Congrats, Jordan. He was able to run sort of last minute, and Calman filling in, and of course, Chuck. So that's it. Check out the team, check out the merch store, all that fun stuff. But thank you very much, guys, on the broadcast, and you guys are doing a great job. Thank you.
All right, Matt Campbell coming home in second place tonight. And BJ's caught up with your third place finisher.
Sure, right. I've caught up with the driver, the number 7, Justin Winters. Man, no stranger to the series, but had a good run tonight and managed to come home with a top 3 finish. Congratulations, man.
Thank you, sir.
Caution-plagued race. How bad did that throw you off your strategy? How much of a factor did that come into play in you making your way into the top 3?
I don't know. I had a pretty good strategy, saved a set of tires, in case it got real crazy. But the cautions, I just kind of went with the cautions and try to put myself in the best position I could. Knew I couldn't lose track position, because if you lost track position here, it was pretty rough back there.
It most definitely was. So at that point, would you say the cautions helped you work your way forward up 13 spots in that third position, or would you say that the green, if we would have had more green flag runs, you'd have fared better?
I would say about the same. I think I had a top 5 to 7 car. I'll go ahead and say the cautions helped. Why not? It was a pretty fulfilled race, man, to be honest. So we'll say they helped.
Well, congratulations again on your third place finish. Go ahead and thank your sponsor, Shots. Everybody who makes it possible.
Old School Diecast, Deb in Evansville. Check her out. She's got a lot of diecast. Kinder Performance. Can't thank John and Pops enough for supporting me in iRacing. Huffman Designs, always a sharp car. Invested Brand, Jermaine Teamer. Keep doing what you're doing, bud. And I think that's about it.
Alrighty, that was Justin Winters. Steve?
All right. Well, somehow I got moved down there. Anyway, that's going to conclude our broadcast tonight. Tomorrow night, we'll be back here live at 8 p.m. Central, 9 p.m. Eastern with the Cup Series. You don't want to miss it. I'm sure it's going to be action-packed like it was tonight. Until then, ladies and gentlemen, I'm Steve McMillan, along with BJ Duvall. We're going to say good night and God bless.